Okay, this is Doc again, and this is a video that's done a little differently. Of course, when things were going perfect, things changed a little bit, so I'm filming this on my phone, so things are a little bit different looking. Again, I'm out of my sanctuary, which is my garage, which is my uh, school desk out and away from everybody. Um, Today, this is for my earth science class, this video, and I'll be filming videos for my other classes as well, and hopefully you'll be able to see these on Thursday morning. Okay, so for earth science, you're doing your Khan Academy, then you're dealing with plate tectonics, and if you're doing it for enrichment, we're going to talk about Pangea today. So what is Pangea? Pangaea. Kind of a weird spelling. Millions of years ago, the Earth didn't look quite like it does today. Yes, of course, you know that once upon a time there were dinosaurs that roamed the planet, but we're not talking about dinosaurs. The geology lesson for today is not about dinosaurs. We're talking about a time when all the continents were once one jumbled big land mass. Everything was together. I know we've talked about this a little bit in some of my earth science classes and in my middle school science classes. But so if you can imagine all the continents, all 7 continents pushed together, that's what Pangaea was. Okay. Uh, this just consider this kind of like a crash course on the planet's most well-known supercontinent. That's what we called it, the supercontinent. Okay. Pangaea was a continuous landmass that contained all the continents that we know today. That's North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Asia, Antarctica, and Europe. 7 of them, right? 7 continents, right? Um, Pangaea existed from the late Paleozoic era through the late Triassic era. Triassic sounds like Jurassic, same time period in there, okay? It's about 280 million years ago, so we're talking a while ago, to 230 million years ago. During this time, Pangaea covered roughly a third of the Earth's surface and was surrounded by one massive ocean. Okay, so you can take the Earth, this big blue ball we have, right? And imagine taking a third of it and coloring a brown circle onto it, and the rest would be all water. Okay. We know that Pangaea was formed through geological activity, in particular movement along the Earth's tectonic plates for millions of years. We're millions of years. This didn't happen overnight. This is millions of years led to all of the continents eventually shifting together into this supercontinent. And this is why, even if you look at a modern map of Earth, you can see how the continents would have fit together like a puzzle piece. And that's going to be part of your assignment. I'm going to have you take a picture of the all the 7 continents and see if you can put them together to make a puzzle of Pangaea. Okay, so it'll be kind of fun. That's what we're going to do today. Before Pangaea, various landmasses existed that ranged from microcontinents, so small continents, to supercontinents, to other big land masses. These masses were constantly colliding with each other and resulted in supercontinents such as Eurasia and Gondwana. So Eurasia was composed of North America, multiple microcontinents, Eurasia, which is Europe and Asia, while Gondwana, sounds kind of funny, contained Africa, Australia, South America, and Antarctica, and a little bit of the Indian subcontinent. Okay, these were the 2 final supercontinents that eventually collided together. So these 2 big continents collided together to form one super big continent called Pangaea. All right. Thanks to fossil records, we can determine the climate that existed during Pangaea's existence. Since it was a supercontinent that featured mountain ranges, experts believe that the Pangaea's interior was extremely arid with minimal rainfall because of the mountains that would have blocked virtually all the moisture. So similar to we're in an arid environment, kind of a dry environment. We don't get a whole lot of rain, although I hear it's supposed to rain in a couple of days. Uh, anyway, so um, it also had a tropical paradise. So proof of this is in the coal deposits that we find today in areas that were once along the equator of Pangaea. The supercontinent was also home to dynamic, diverse flora and fauna. Flora and fauna means what? It means, plants and animals. And these fossil records have helped provide proof that Pangaea existed. Okay. Pangaea's formation was gradual, and its end was also a slow process. We didn't get where we are today with North America being far away from Africa just overnight. It took millions and millions and millions of years. Okay. So thanks to those tectonic plates around 200 million years ago, the supercontinent began to break apart. But the land masses didn't automatically break into 7 continents. First, there was Gondwana broke off from Pangaea. So Gondwana was a big supercontinent that collided with the Euramerica, and now it's separated back away from it eventually. What was left was Pangaea, became known as Eurasia, and was composed of North America and Eurasia, which is Europe and Asia. Okay, so basically they came together, stayed together for a long time, then slowly started to break apart. Gondwana further splintered off roughly 150 million years ago into the Indian subcontinents, being the first to separate from the supercontinent. And then about 60 million years ago, so we're still talking a long time ago, about 60 million years ago, Eurasia broke apart with North America and Eurasia fully separating, as the separating land created new continents, new oceans formed. So geologists believe that the Atlantic Ocean was the first one to form as Gondwana shifted away from Pangaea. In particular, it first formed between northwestern Africa and North America. So when we do our puzzle pieces and you try to put things together, you're going to see where, like, New York slides down and fits kind of into North Africa. All right. We owe the discovery of Pangaea to the scientist Alfred Wegener in 1927. So, yeah, it was a while ago, but not too long ago. It wasn't like 500 years ago that they discovered this. This has just been within the last 100 years or so. So besides just observing from a map that the continent looked like it could fit together like a puzzle piece, other clues hinted at the supercontinent. In particular, coal samples from far-flung locations like Pennsylvania, which is like, say, Philadelphia, Poland, and even Germany, they all had the same composition. So how could that happen? Well, likewise, plants and animal fossils from previous geological eras can be found on multiple continents. But similar fossils and land composition could be possible only if these land masses were connected at some point. So there's no way something could have crossed the Atlantic Ocean. You couldn't have one type of dinosaur or one type of plant crossing the Atlantic Ocean. They don't swim, right? So they had to be connected at some point, some way. And that's how they know that the continents were connected at some point, some way. While Pangaea isn't the only supercontinent in Earth's history, its discovery was a breakthrough in understanding geology, and specifically the importance of tectonic plates and rift zones, which is what you guys have been studying, the tectonic plates and the rift zone. So for this assignment today, what you're going to need, and you only have to do this assignment if you can. It's not, nothing's mandatory. This is all for your learning, education, and your fun. So the one thing you're going to need is a map of the 7 continents, map of the world. You can Google this and print it out. Okay, you can have a black and white one like the one I have here, or you could get you can make, if you have a color printer, you can have a color one like this one right here, or you could print out a black and white one and color it yourself. Either way. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this map right here, and you can kind of see already how it looks like South America can slide kind of right up into Africa. that's what gave everybody the kind of the clue that, wait a second, that's almost a perfect piece to slide in there. What if that used to be like that? How are all these other continents fit together? So what I want you to do is see if you can figure that out. And what you're going to do is you're going to need some scissors, right? You're going to need some glue, like a glue stick, and you're going to need like maybe a blue sheet of construction paper or whatever color you want. It doesn't really matter what color, or just you can use white paper as well. And what you'll do is you'll start cutting the continents out. So I'm going to try to do this real quickly just to give you an idea. And so I'm going to cut Australia out. Right, there's Australia. I'm going to cut it's almost like trying to do origami a little bit. I'm going to cut Africa out, right? I'll cut Antarctica out. It's at the bottom. Then I'll cut South America out. Right, we'll cut South America out. All right, and then I'll cut. This is the big one. We'll cut. Well, it's called Eurasia, or it's really Europe and Asia. They're already connected together. They didn't separate. So when you cut this piece out, it'll be a rather big piece. So you'll see it'll be Europe and Asia all in one piece, one big piece. And then last but not least, our homeland, we'll cut out North America. So I've got North America. All right, so I'm going to take all my continents, and I'm going to lay them out on my blue paper, blue construction paper, and then I'm going to try to piece them together like a puzzle. It may take a few tries before you figure out exactly how the pieces fit together. And then through the magic of film, you'll be able to end up with something that looks like this. See how they all fit together into like a puzzle? That's all 7 continents together, and it's called Pangea. Okay, so there you've done it. You've put them all together, and you'll notice that they kind of try to have Africa as the centerpiece, and the other pieces kind of slide in to fit around it, especially South Africa and North America. Okay, so your assignment, so you choose to do it, if you choose to do it and you're able to do it, is to get a map of all 7 continents, cut the 7 continents out, and then try to put them together like a puzzle, and you'll come out with Pangea. All right. I'll see you guys in my Zoom office hour or the Zoom chat room. I've been having a great time talking to you guys there. It's been super awesome. And hopefully you'll be able to view this video because, like I said, I'm filming it on my camera, my phone camera, and I've got to upload it to the YouTube station. Okay. So it's been great talking with you, and Doc out.